Okay, at this point, we'll reconvene the City of Menasha Common Council meeting. We are on action item number 7 at this point. It's the Appleton Paper NCR George Whiting case. And I'm going to let Attorney Captain give us a brief history as to what we're voting on here this evening, and then we'll have further discussion after that.
Thank you. I did provide to you a document that is a settlement agreement and mutual release, and then attached to it was a letter hopefully attempting to explain what it's about. For those of you who are more familiar with the PCB litigation, I guess is what it's commonly referred to, the City of Menasha and the City of Neenah, it had been Neenah Menasha Sewerage Commission, and just those two entities were part of it during this time period, which is 1979 through 1982. And there were a number of insurance policies, commercial insurance liability policies that the Sewerage Commission had. One of those policies during that time period is from the home insurance company. This would be one for each year, obviously. And that was the insurance company that went into liquidation, or commonly referred to as bankruptcy. It's not called the same thing, bankruptcy, but that's basically what it means. Our attorneys had filed a claim. We had to wait for a period of time until there actually were damages. And then by the time that occurred, the deadline for filing claims had already passed. And the home insurance company liquidation process had been well underway. We're unsure about when and if any distributions would be made or will be made, how much they're going to be as a result of this settlement agreement and mutual release, because that is going to take some time for them to figure out. But it is recommended by our outside counsel to accept the settlement agreement in the amount that's indicated. They had also said that even though that total dollar amount, which is, I believe, $525,000, is not what we would be receiving, because obviously there'll be something less than that. And it depends how many distributions they're going to make. So I would ask for approval.
So do we have a motion, or do we have any further questions for the attorney before there's a motion? Alderman Nichols.
I'll move for the approval of the settlement for case number 08CV00016 WCG Whiting.
Okay, we should hold off a second. What you're approving is the settlement. Do you want to say this with Neenah Menasha Sewage and the home insurance company, or what?
Correct. It would be the settlement agreement and mutual release between the Neenah Menasha Sewerage Commission and then the insurance commissioner of the state of New Hampshire as the liquidator for the home insurance company.
Basically that top
So moved
sentence.
as stated by the attorney.
Okay.
That's easier.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Could we have a roll call vote on that, please?
Motion carried on roll call, 7-0.
Item number 8 is the July 2017 council meeting schedule. We have a little bit of a conflict with the 4th of July. We typically are involved in the parade on the July 3rd, so I know I can't be here past about 7:30 or so. We could reschedule for a different day. It's been recommended by some of our department heads that we should try to have 2 meetings that month, and I'm wondering what the pleasure of the council is. As I said on the note, I hadn't heard back from the school district. We would not be able to use the new building on the 24th. If we did choose that date, we could choose a different date, but they will be having school board meetings in that space on the 24th. That's their regular school board meeting night on the 4th Monday of the month. Alderman Collier? Oops, I'm sorry. Alderman Benner is first. I'm sorry, I saw him press his button and then it didn't work, so.
I'll just make a motion to recommend having our council meetings rescheduled to Wednesday, July 5th and Monday, July 17th.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? 17th. The 17th is our regular meeting. So, no further discussion. If we could have a roll call vote, please.
Motion carried on roll call 7-0.
Item K is ordinances and resolutions. The first item is Resolution 1217 regarding the Wisconsin Deferred Compensation Program. Do we have a motion? Alderman Benner?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve Resolution R-12-17, a resolution for inclusion under the State of Wisconsin Deferred Compensation Program, as introduced by the mayor and recommended by the Administration Committee.
It's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, could we have a roll call vote, please?
Motion carried on roll call 7-0.
Item L is appointments. The first two kind of go in tandem. The resignation of Tim Caudill and the appointment of Matt Vanderlinden. Do we have a motion? Alderman Benner?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At this time, I'd like to combine appointments 1 and 2 to accept the resignation letter from Tim Caudill from the RDA and to approve the mayor's appointment of Matt Vanderlinden to the RDA for the term of 6/5/2017 to 8/31/2019.
Is a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Item 3 is something that Tim has been waiting for anxiously. We do have a recommended finalist for the position of the Public Works Director. We did have a committee that recommended to me Mr. Joshua Radimski. I'm never going to get his name right, but I'll keep trying. I don't know if there's any discussion or if someone would like to make a motion. The committee members were myself, Alderman Collier, and Alderman Spencer, and Paul Vandehay, which is the Community Development Director in Appleton, Tim Styka. Am I missing someone? You weren't on? You were part of. No, this is for Public Works. You weren't? Okay, sorry. Oh, it was Dave. Sorry. That's right, Tim had a conflict, so. Alderman Nichols.
Thank you. I'll move for the approval of the mayor's appointment of Joshua Radomski to the position of Public Works Director
With
the following recommendations. These are based on his experience: 5 days of vacation in 2017, 3 weeks of vacation annually beginning in 2018, and relocation assistance up to $3,500 within the city of Menasha, or up to $1,750 outside the city of Menasha.
Is there a second? There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Alderman Zelinski.
And just a note, I don't like that last line, relocation assistance of $3,500 to the city of Menasha or 1750 outside of the city of Menasha. Thought we're doing great things here. Why wouldn't they want to live here close? I think it should just be a certain number or zero, not this outside, inside. It should be, you get this amount of money if you move inside the city, or that's it. I don't think we should be doing that. This is doing negative of what we're saying. No, it's just a comment for future.
He did ask for relocation assistance regardless of where he lived, and we did tell him that typically we would only offer that if it was inside the city, and he is coming from Milwaukee, so this is a fairly substantial movement. He's looking at houses. He has looked at houses in the city, from my understanding as well, but the market's very tight right now, and I don't think losing him because of where he ends up living is a good situation. So we did offer him half as much as if he moved outside the city. He had actually asked for a lot more relocation assistance than what we offered him, even inside the city. So
I know we're in a bind right here we've been waiting a long time, but I'm just saying in the future, I don't think it should be worded like that because it's opposite of what we're trying to say up here as a council.
Alderman Sevenick?
I just want to say that out in the business world, those amounts are much higher. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
Any further discussion? Alderman Nichols?
As we've experienced, competition for these positions is fierce. We've been minus the director for almost a year, and so I feel it's important that we do everything we can to get this qualified candidate to be here. I'll reserve the rest of my comment. Thank you.
Okay. Seeing no further discussion, did we get a motion and a second vote? Okay. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Motion carried on roll call 7-0.
Item N is public comments on any matter listed on the agenda. All of our public has left. Oh, hold on, we still have more. We already did item O. Item P is action items. There's one item, it's 995 Brighton Drive. The attorney is recommending going into closed session. Do we have a motion? Alderman Vetter?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At this time, I make a motion to adjourn into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.85, parent 1, parent G, conferring to legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved, and this is reference to 995 Brighton Drive.
The motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Kevin, you want to turn your light off? I don't think there's any more discussion, but okay, seeing none, could we have a roll call vote, please?
Motion carried on roll call 7-0.
Broadcasts of the City of Menasha Administration Committee, Board of Public Works, and Common Council meetings are produced by University Studios of the University of Wisconsin-Fox Valley. Menasha residents and interested parties can obtain information about these meetings and meeting agendas from the city website, www.cityofmenasha-wi.gov. Expression of opinions regarding City of Menasha issues or about these broadcasts can be made by contacting the Mayor's Office, 920-967-5117, contacting their City Alderman. Contact information appears on the website. Completing the electronic feedback form on the website. All public portions of the meetings are recorded in entirety and are not edited for playback.